Last week, we did some technical analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Phantom. This week, we would like to just take an update, see where things are, and see if we have to make any corrections to our technical analysis. With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right in there. Double O.
Hey, champion.
Yes, sir. STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you checking us out every time we post these videos, checking out our technical analysis. Interesting times in the markets, that's for sure, right? So,
for sure.
Last week we did some technical analysis on Bitcoin. We're just going to be doing an update on that. We'll be doing an update as well on Ethereum, Cardano, and Phantom. And before we jump right into it, we just also like to remind everyone, please be sure to check us out on Facebook at STAKKFin. Follow us on Instagram as well at STAKKCrypto. We've not been as active as usual, but we're definitely planning to improve that. We're definitely going to turn up the heat on IG. Yes, sir. And last but not least, follow us on Twitter. We love sharing what we do on Twitter as well. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. So, with no further ado, Double O, let's look at these charts, man. Bitcoin currently trading at 37,000. I keep thinking Bitcoin is higher. $37,782. The TA we did last time was interesting. We kind of put our support and resistance points, kind of giving a scenario for both directions. What needs to happen for it to move up and what needs to happen for it to keep moving down. Where we are right now, what do you think?
Ooh, blood on the dance floor. Blood on the dance floor. Well, let's just zoom in real quick and look at those candles.
Right.
It's a good start. Looking at the candles right now, looks like there's a big selling going on. Looking like it's sideways. First thing though, we can also look at the Fibonacci. It's dropping below the 0.236,
right?
Which is not good. It's still around there. You need to go above that to stay strong. But those two candles right there are not strong, and they're not bullish. Basically, they're not bullish at all. And we might have 3 dead squirrels if we're not careful today. And then also, it looks like it's starting to form that. That's my quick overview right there. Maybe it's made this run to try to go to the top of that channel, and it's now about time for it to come back down, because it's making that trend of want to go up to the top of the channel, then comes back right back down.
Yeah, I mean that's we put that that bearish continuation channel there because we've seen the situations where it keeps trying to make the move up, but then it faces very strong resistance and it keeps moving down. Right? And it seems right now we're probably just going through another one of those. Of course, we are also messing with a new indicator here, the MFI, which is the money flow indicator. Yes, sir. Which is kind of simplistic, very sort of similar to the RSI in this, but with this one, it's just showing how much purchasing pressure is going on and selling pressure as well. And right now things just seem sort of neutral, right? It's not necessarily oversold, and we're clearly not anywhere near overbought either. So that's definitely interesting. Now, before we move on, there is one thing I want to point out here. I rolled back. I know we don't frequently do this. We don't frequently go to the weekly chart, but I rolled back to the weekly chart, right? Just to check out what's going on a longer time frame.
Is that a double head?
Ooh, hang on, let's see. What, this double head here?
Ooh, yeah.
It is a double head, but that's why we are where we are now. I think this is the pullback that we're seeing right now is a result of that double head, which has its support at 29K. If you remember, and we did some TA talking about 29K, so definitely check out that video if you haven't yet. But on the weekly chart, we can see that the TTM is definitely not even looking like it's about to move up. That is still falling, right? And this has made it down here just a couple of times ever since the beginning of Bitcoin, really. So I think yes, it's going to go up, obviously. This is what it does, but I think it's going to take a little while.
I think some people are about to feel some pain. Let me show you something real quick. So we have this site called CoinGlass, right?
Right.
And we're just trying to see how many people are going long and how many people are playing short. Of course, there are those people out there leveraging, trying to make some quick money, make some big money. And if you look at the Bitcoin statistics right now, it was up to 60% earlier. People are flipping sides and going towards the shorts now. I think they're probably saying what we're saying. They're like, oh my God, let me get out of this. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. So, it's almost 50-50. The charts are showing us right now that it's almost 50-50. We're also looking at this chart from Data Bitcoin int.org. It's also showing us there's a big battle between the shorts and the longs. But you probably don't want to be on the wrong side with the longs. The charts are telling us that this is going short. So, again, we're not financial advisors.
Definitely not. Please do your own
looking
research.
at this chart right now, it looks like the bears are going to probably win eventually because sides are changing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that is always an interesting one to look at, man. Playing with leverage, if you know what you're doing, cool. But at the same time, we've seen people get wrecked. Almost every time Bitcoin drops, okay, a bunch of people get wrecked in leverage trades. When you see the millions of dollars lost in shorts, it's leverage, right? Yep. Well, moving on then. Next one we'll be looking at is Ethereum. I think Ethereum is still mirroring Bitcoin. What do you think?
Yeah. Look at the candles, man.
Yeah.
It might take a while for this decoupling to happen this year. Ethereum's not gonna flip Bitcoin. It's not looking like it. They're all switching from the Ethereum 2.0 and just removing the name and just keeping it as Ethereum. It's also gonna probably impact the brand. Again, this chart looks extremely similar to what's going on with Bitcoin. So I don't think there's much to add here. The money inflow is sideways right now. It's not a lot of pressure going there. TTM seems acting like it wants to squeeze up, but if you look at the weekly, like Brazen just showed you guys, it's still squeezing downward. So don't fall for the dead cat bounce.
Absolutely. This is one thing with Ethereum. Obviously they've had this proof of stake situation where they've been planning to switch over to proof of stake forever. As a matter of fact, I have some money locked into the Ethereum 2.0 situation, waiting for the release, which was supposed to be earlier this year. But then again, it was supposed to be last year, like 3 times, right? And so then now we're at this point where they say they're not doing it anymore. I feel cheated.
I mean, I don't think they say they're not. They did not say they're not doing it anymore. They're just rebranding it and just adding it to the current Ethereum.
No. This is what I'm saying. Ethereum, I don't think Ethereum is doing proof of stake anymore, is what I'm saying. They're thinking of doing another sort of, I guess, consensus mechanism sort of thing.
I gotta go
or another way to secure the blockchain. Right? I'm not sure what it is, but right now it's still proof of work, that's for sure. But here's the thing. I just want them to release my Ethereum 2.0 now, since they locked in my money and now they're not going to be doing what they said they're going to do. That's bad business, if you ask me.
That goes back to the old decentralized and centralized.
Exactly. There's only one. There's only one that is decentralized, and that is Bitcoin. We say this all the time. The rest are companies.
Before you go to Cardano, go back to Ethereum and let's put up the Wyckoff right now. We'll still think that we're still in the CS phase A stage.
Right.
That AR hasn't really popped up yet. So I think there's still some more pain to come before we see a pop up, and then another fallback. So we're still in phase A, looking at the Wyckoff chart.
Yeah,
just wanted to put that in there real quick.
It looks like that might be where it is. Yeah. Wyckoff. Anyway, Cardano, dude.
Hey,
I want to have hope for Cardano, man. This is ridiculous. I mean, we see that massive pullback there, obviously sitting below the 0.23 Fibonacci extension line there, which is a very weak point to be at. But we've been loading. At the same time, we also see that the money flow into Cardano is very weak at this time, but RSI is stable. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's Cardano. We want to see a difference in Africa. We want to see Africa change for the better.
Yeah.
And Cardano seems to be that one blockchain out there that is giving us hope. It would be nice if we have power and IOTX in that part of the world, but it would be much difficult to implement those over there due to old money and politics. but Cardano gives us a chance to make a difference. So
Absolutely.
we're still buying. This is definitely not bullish. This is bad for Cardano. I have some others in there for 94 cents and 93 cents. As you can see, those lines over there. So if it comes back and touches that, good for me. Hopefully the long-term goal for Cardano, this plays out well.
Yeah. I think one of the issues that is probably affecting this as well, we know there's some news that came out where there's some drama within the Cardano community not accomplishing some things on time with Sunday swap.
Yeah.
So that is something that we're keeping an eye on as well. As far as like all of the projects that they have going on in Africa, obviously that is still going on. But I think I need to take a deeper dive into that. It would be even awesome if I can go to one of those countries and just see it for myself. So that is something that is on my mind as well.
Right? Yeah. Or maybe start one of those projects ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or use Bitcoin to help. So
Hey. Good point.
Because
you know what?
Bitcoin is the ultimate. Go ahead.
While you're saying that, let me pop up something real quick.
Okay.
Because if you look at the African continent, look at that. Why is Africa on the map? Just South Africa,
Right. Well, first of all, before we go with this, for those who are not familiar, what we're looking at here is a map of Bitcoin nodes running across the world, right? And we can see there are Bitcoin nodes kind of almost everywhere. But if you look in Africa, there's like a couple people in South Africa down there. I think one is like in Johannesburg. But yeah, go ahead.
I also had though. You see all those nodes in Eastern Europe and Northern Eastern Europe next to Russia.
Yeah. Right.
This is going to impact Bitcoin and any blockchain. If that war between Ukraine and Russia and NATO and America kicks in, some of those nodes are gonna have to move, and that's gonna have this thing crashing down to either 30K or 13K. Bitcoin.
I think it would definitely the hash power is definitely going to be down.
Yep.
It's not going to be as efficient as it is right now. So we saw it when they had to move from China.
Yep.
Right. We saw the mining power kind of went down. The price was kind of dead. And then as the miners started setting up again, we saw the Bitcoin dominance started to rise once more.
By the way, they say China banned Bitcoin. You can still see those nodes in China right now. So
yeah, they said ban mining, but it's still there. But again, man, Africa is still dark. So hopefully that
Africa was dark with the internet. Africa was dark with the mobile phones, and yet again, Africa is dark with another latest technology.
It's all good.
So unfortunate.
We'll keep doing
because
our
that's why
part,
it's called
man.
the dark continent. We're not just brown over there. We're also dark.
Bro,
Okay,
let's just keep it moving. All right. Phantom is the next one, currently trading at $2.03. I bought a little bit of Phantom at the top, watch list purposes. It wasn't like a bunch of Phantom, but obviously this one has been ripping to the downside. We have those support lines which we put there. That's where we think it might end up at if it breaks below that zero Fibonacci line there.
I think the zero Fibonacci is a good support level. So I should probably have an order there to make sense to do that. To get something around that price. I looked at my Binance and my Phantom order kicked in, so I guess I must have put something around that 0.236 line. It'll be much fun. Given this pattern right now, it's a big chance that it could fall down to that zero level. And if it falls down to $1.47, man, that's a blessing. Phantom, when Phantom is ready to pull up, it pulls up hard. So it's a really good buy prices.
Yeah, especially considering we're below that 0.236 now, which is once things get down there, it becomes very weak. You can also see the money flow index on that one is also pretty low at this point in time. I mean, we see a bit of a reversal there, but we need to see movement before we can really confirm that it's changing. So TTM as well is also falling. So it's a lot of signs of weakness on Phantom. So I think I really believe this one will keep falling to the downside.
Again, it's a temporary thing. Again, not financial advice, but I think Phantom price movement is temporary in terms of the project and what the project is doing. when we did our top 10 coins, I think Phantom was number 2.
Yeah,
They have a lot of stuff going on there. So if you want a really great project, you might want to look into Phantom and get it for this dirt cheap prices now.
Absolutely.
Imagine if Phantom did what Solana did. Oh my God, somebody's gonna be rich.
I know that would be great, but you know those coin distributions on Solana is a problem, man.
True that.
You know, so there's that. I mean, look, man, the altcoin space, you know, it's like companies, right? I don't think that what they're doing is necessarily horrible, but I think that there has to be some regulation around it, right? And to weed out the bad actors and encourage the legit people to keep pushing. You know, it's technology. Technology is great.
Especially on the AVAX and the Binance blockchain, there's just way too much junk in those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, hopefully one day they can actually be truly decentralized, but, you know, we can always hope for things, right? Well, then, this was a good technical analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us know what you think. Drop your thoughts down below, right? Where do you think these coins are going? Are you buying more Bitcoin, right? Are you buying more Phantom? What are some other coins you're buying and why? Let us know in the comment down below, and we'll definitely be sure to reply and interact. Before we head out, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, STAKKFin, follow us on Instagram, STAKK Crypto, and of course, STAKKFin on Twitter. I'm going to reply to Peter Schiff today. I'm pretty sure he's probably said something. And of course, subscribe to the channel. And I think that's it. Anything else?
Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. We're just going to keep bringing it, you know?
Absolutely.
We have a awesome video coming out shortly.
Oh, yeah, we do have another video dropping today. Stay tuned
Yes,
for that
sir.
one. Until next time, Brazen out.
00.